Welcome back. Microsoft CEO said in the next 18 months, AI is going to replace all jobs. Well, that is a very extreme statement. And what's my personal opinion on that? My personal opinion is probably not. AI is not going to replace all jobs in the next 18 months. Why would he say that? Well, is the CEO is hired to push AI, especially through one of their products called Copilot. So Microsoft needs to push Copilot to users. So they discovered that probably adoption rate for Copilot is lower than expected. So, and as a CEO, you're expected to drive the business, okay, for the company. So it's right to say AI is going to replace jobs in the next 18 months. But don't be caught unawares. In the AI space, there's a lot of noise, there's a lot of hype. So, as an intelligent person, it is your responsibility to separate what noise is from signal. And in fact, the category of people that are going to make progress in the AI era are those people who know what AI is, what it can do, what AI cannot do. Like I always said, AI is not going to replace you. AI is going to replace those who fail to adopt AI in their daily work, in their personal work, or in their businesses. Because one thing is that AI as it is not the solution. It's not the product. It's not the service. AI is a productivity tool. It's to enhance productivity. So AI is already designed to speed up processes. So there must be a process for AI to speed up. So it is not. So if anybody comes to tell you all you need to learn is AI, and you begin to laugh to the bank, you begin to make all the money you make. No, that is not it. You will be frustrated. You will not make progress if you don't have the right mindset to AI. And what really is artificial intelligence? It's just a set of programs, okay, that speed up activities. Like, for example, you have a bunch of mails in your inbox, and then you really need to sort it out and to sift the signal from the noise. One thing is that you can spend all day, okay, checking through your email, sorting it, but with the power of AI automation, that process could be reduced to maybe a 1 hour process, and then you can focus your time on value added processes. One thing I have a manufacturing background. There's one thing we call lean manufacturing. Lean manufacturing is aimed at reducing non-value added activities to the barest minimum and maximizing value added activities. So when I adopt AI in manufacturing, what I'm saying is that I want to be able to maximize my mindset, my opportunity to reduce non-value added activities and to enhance value added activities. That is my thinking about AI in the manufacturing or in the pharmaceutical manufacturing field. So whatever your field is, you need to bring AI into the context. Because without context, AI is meaningless. AI has a speed, but it doesn't have a direction. So the speed is not useful until it has a field to be applied to. So it is as useful as the field. It is as useful as the problem it solved. If AI is not solving any problem, it is not useful alone, being alone. So what I tell people as I speak in my speaking engagement to encourage people to in AI adoption and fluency, one thing I tell people is that you must have a domain in which you operate in. For me, I operate in the pharmaceutical industry, manufacturing domain, in validation, qualification of equipment. Okay, that's one of my domains. So I apply AI. And another area I apply AI is content creation. Okay, to research topics, to create content, and then to research my audience. So that's one way I use AI. So I use AI to create my YouTube metadata. Okay, so you have to sit down and understand where AI needs to be applicable. And when we're talking about AI could be for personal use and for enterprise. So when you think about artificial intelligence, it is a tool to either get things done personally or corporately. Now we have a great job market issue. Companies are laying off right, left, center. And then we still keep hearing companies are laying off. In fact, companies will still lay off. Because one thing is that companies are pushing the AI narrative. And mind you, not every company is actually getting more done by laying off people, by adopting AI. But companies want to push narrative that AI can replace people. But I think some of the companies now realize that AI cannot replace people. It could only be because it is just a hype. Many companies are jumping on the hype. So many companies don't know what they are doing. I can be sincere with you. I have seen companies, I have been able to see companies, okay, come to realize that they have made a mistake in laying many people off. And they find out that AI cannot exactly replicate what people, okay, do. So many companies are laying off because they see other companies laying off. And they want to, okay, let me say, they want to belong. They want to do what other companies do, not realizing why companies lay off. So as an individual or as a business, you really need to separate what noise is from what AI really needs to do. And from the work framework that I use in thinking about AI, which I recommend you use to think about AI and to solve problems in your personal and your business, is to look at it this way. There's the PWTI. There's the problem, there's the workflow, there is the tool, and there's the impact. So thinking about AI is not just first about thinking about the right tools to learn. I see a lot of videos talking about learning one tool or the other. On this channel, I talk less about tools. I talk about the mindset, how to think about AI. So AI is as good as the problem it solves. And the problem it solves, it is in the data. The problem of a business is sitting in its data. Your personal problem that you're hoping to automate with AI is sitting in your data. 2 days ago, I was thinking about how to speed up my personal finance reconciliation, because every month I get my bank statement and I do a budgeting and I do a reconciliation of what came into my account, what went out, how did I spend money, how could I spend the money differently. So I keep track of my expense every month. So once my bank, for example, I use TD Bank in Canada. So once my TD Bank sends me my bank statement, I download it, I check through, and I document every transaction there. So I was recently looking at how I can automate the process, okay, using AI to pick the data from my statement and automatically populate my spreadsheet. So I don't have to do it manually. So that way, in my thinking about AI, I first of all identify a problem. I am spending so much time in reconciliating my bank account with my expenses. So I needed to speed it. So I will now have to think about the workflow. How will I design the workflow? So, okay, I could download the PDF, the report, upload it to Google Drive. From Google Drive, I could ask AI to pick it there, to extract the data and input it into the Google Sheet that I already use. And from then, I could ask it to send me a mail when it has done that to summarize how much I spent on gas, how much I spent on groceries, how much I spent dining out, okay, all those categories. And then I could also ask it to give me a summary of what I could do better next month, which category I'm spending more, which categories I'm spending less. Okay, so in thinking about the AI, I identified the problem, which is my making sure that my monthly account is well balanced and then well tracked. My expenses is well tracked. But the problem is that I'm spending too much time. So I identified that problem. I now designed a workflow. Then I now choose a tool to get it done. So the first tool I chose was to choose ChatGPT to help me summarize the data, okay, in my financial statement. But then I could also automate it with N8N. N8N could help me automate the whole process. So I don't even have to upload the financial statement or the bank statement into ChatGPT or anything. But another thing you need to know is that if you're not comfortable with uploading your data to ChatGPT, you should get a private LLM so your data remains local. But my bank statement has already been removed. My personal data and everything has already been removed from my financial statement, so I could upload it into ChatGPT. So what ChatGPT is actually saying is just numbers, okay, numbers and the categories and the merchants that I purchased or stuffs from. So now I could just automate the process with N8N. So N8N, upon downloading my bank statement in my email, so N8N could just pick it, okay, work on the data, extract it, classify it, and populate my Google Sheet with it, and then send me an email of the summary of how the month went, and also even compare it to the previous month. And at the same time, I could weigh the impact. So the P is the problem, the W is the workflow, the T is the tool, and I is the impact. What impact, okay, is this whole automation, AI adoption giving me? So it has saved me time. Sometimes it saved me 5 hours or days. Sometimes I'm so busy, I don't have time to do my expense tracking. But now that it's automated, I don't miss tracking my finances every month. And one way to be wealthy, to grow wealth in Canada or wherever, is to track where your money went. Because if you don't track where your money is going, you're just giving your money freedom to leave you. And then it's leaving into building another person's wealth. So that is my own application of PWTI framework in thinking about AI. So AI is about what problem are we solving? AI is not a magic. AI is not all knowing. It's not everything that we need to know. It is a tool to solve the problem that we're already solving. So AI is not going to replace people, but AI is going to replace those that fail to apply it and use it as a productivity tool. So I'm encouraging you today to start adopting AI to solve problem, to make things faster, cheaper, better. Companies want AI to make more money or to save money. So you're thinking about AI should be, how does this save money? How does it save time? How does it make money? So that is the ultimate goal, because if companies are investing in AI infrastructure, they're thinking of return on investment. So their return on investment is what money would they make in return. Okay. So as an individual, while you act like an individual, you start thinking like a business. It is a business, and business does for profit and reduces loss at all cost. So if you like this video, I am Jide. I talk about AI, I talk about personal development, and I'm looking forward to a time that individuals will begin to adopt AI and become more efficient. One person doing the jobs of 5 people, becoming more efficient and creating products and services that are really, really, really gaining traction and competing in the market space with established companies. And then it will give people chances to create jobs for themselves and not to continue writing resumes and thinking that everything is against them. Whereas with the power of AI, you could literally transform your life and become who you want to be. No limit. Thank you for watching. If you gained something, I want you to like it and subscribe.